Hello and welcome back to the channel. Now today's video is going to be one of those departure videos where I depart from the traditional content of the channel to talk about just real life events, something that struck me, a thought I am having. So this is going to be one of those. And by the way, let me know if you're happy for me to be including this occasional off the beat kind of videos on this channel, or if you want this channel to be restricted solely to cryptocurrencies and money making ideas. So let me know. I will still continue to do this type of videos because I enjoy doing them. So I will still continue to do this kind of videos. But if you don't want this kind of content on this channel, then let me know and I shall just create a new channel and just put this kind of content on there. So, but I digress. But this does relate a little bit to money making ideas. So this video is about decision making. That's right, decision making. So making decisions, deciding, do I go this way or do I go that way? Option A, option B. So in this video, I am going to describe 3 scenarios to you, and I shall leave you to decide what decisions you would make. So, good afternoon, and or hello rather, so I'm not quite sure what time of the day it is where you are. So hello and welcome back to the channel. Now this video is yet again one of those departure videos where I depart from the traditional content of this channel, which is geared towards cryptocurrency and money making ideas and money related content. So I am going to be intermixing the substantive content of this channel with occasional videos on like this, on just musings, ideas, thoughts, you know, just a general hello, how are you, what do you think, this you know, kind of. So this kind of content that's just generally just talking to you guys. So if you're happy for me to do this intermix, let me know in the comment section. If you rather this channel was restricted to cryptocurrencies and money related content, let me know that as well. If that's the bulk of the thinking, then I will continue to make this kind of videos because I seem to enjoy them. Well, I do enjoy making them. So I'll simply create another channel for this, but I think it's just a good mix to include something different, just to mix it up a bit. So, but this is related to cryptocurrencies in some form. Today's video is going to be about decision making. That's right, decision making. So that does relate to investing and cryptos in some loose form. I think I'm stretching, but we carry on. So in this video, I am going to be describing 3 scenarios to you where decisions needed to be made. So I shall describe the scenarios, leave it there and end the videos. Then I shall leave it to you to comment in the comment section on what your decision would have been if you had the decision to make in the instances that I'm describing. They're all fictitious, by the way, but it's just an example of having to make a decision. So the first scenario, you are making your way back from wherever you're coming from. You're not driving, you're on foot. So you take a turn into a street that leads to that's on the route to wherever it is you need to get to on your way home, for instance, on your way back home, you know, for instance. So you take a turn into a street that that takes you towards your destination. So as you turn into that street, you hear loud shrieking female voice crying out, "Help me, help me." Now you look on the other side of the road, about 50 meters, 20 meters or so away from you, you can see two figures partly hidden by cars parked on the curb. So you can see two figures, one distinctively male, one clearly female, in a struggle, and the cry out for help that you can hear is coming from that female. So they're engaged in the struggle. The female is crying out, "Help me, help me," and you can hear it and see what is going quite clearly. She's crying, "Help me," so clearly she does want and need some assistance. Now the two figures are engrossed in whatever it is their contention is. They're engrossed in their struggles with each other, with the man trying to overwhelm and the woman trying to repel, and they are not aware of your presence, but you can see it. So now you come to a halt and you look. So now what would you do? So I shall leave that there. So the second scenario, you're at home and you've run out of groceries, whatever, bread, milk, it doesn't really matter. You've run out of little items which you need to pick up. Now the items you need to buy are too small to make the journey to a big supermarket. So, and you don't really want to have to drive either or get on public transport, etc. Now there's only one small local store within walking distance from where you live, but you don't really like going there. Their prices are too expensive, and they're too expensive even for a local independent store. So we expect a local mama and papa kind of store to be slightly more expensive than a supermarket, because they don't have the economy of scale, and also for all of that, for several other reasons as well, which we all understand. But theirs is expensive and overly so. So you don't really like going there too much, and on top of that they're quite abrasive and somewhat rude as well. But you know, you're a captive market, you don't have a choice. You do have a choice, but it's a choice that you're not really happy to make. So it's just a few items, so you're just going to pop down there with your jogging bottoms and just pick up whatever it is that you need. So off you go. So you're in the supermarket. As you enter the supermarket, you notice a couple, a young couple. Now they struck you. They're quite nicely dressed in a funky kind of way. They look a bit trendy, and you're thinking to yourself, "Oh, this neighborhood is going upmarket." So you carry on with your shopping. They're not too far from you. You're within eyeshot of each other. You know, so obviously they caught your attention a little bit, so your attention is somewhat with them, if not fully with them. So as you carry on shopping, you saw the lady reach for an item, a perfume. That's a fairly expensive perfume, and then she picks it off the shelf and put it in a handbag. And then you do a double take. What was that? Surely not. So now your attention is now really on them. So you carry on shopping, but now really you're paying this couple a lot more attention. So you carry on shopping, they carry on shopping, but you then slow down your pace so that they're slightly a pace or two ahead of you, so that you can really have full vision of them. So so they carry on shopping, you carry on shopping. They go to the toiletry section, and then again this young lady picks up two hair products, all not cheap as well, if not expensive, certainly not cheap. And then she puts them in a handbag as well. So now you're fully aware of what is going on. So they carry on shopping, you carry on shopping, and then you see the young lady do this twice again with two other items. So they carry on and you carry on as well, but you're keeping a pace behind. You're trying not to draw attention to yourself, but you're watching them closely. So they go to the grocery section. So they pick up bread, cheese, milk, etc. But this time they put that in the shopping basket. So now they finish shopping and they head towards the counter, and so you follow. So still you're a pace behind. So they go up to the counter and you're queued behind them. So now as the chap who was the man in the of the couple, the chap who was carrying the bucket, places the basket on top of the counter, the young lady puts her hand on his shoulder and said, I will wait for you outside. Oh, he turned to her and said, okay, and off she went out of the store with all of the contents in her bag in there unpaid for. So the chap then pays for the bread, milk, etc. And then he packages them into a carrier bag and he leaves as well. You know, so there you are. You come up to the till next or to the counter next. What would you do? Okay. So now the third scenario. You're going to work. This time you're driving. You're running late. You've had run-ins with your manager in the past. Conversations about timekeeping. You've been late a couple of times and he or she is starting to notice, and they have had like a little conversation about it with you. Now they've had this little chat with you about it, but you are in no doubt that you're actually on a warning. You are in no doubt that you're on a warning, especially as you consider, as you're of the impression that the manager does not like you. So there you are, driving to work, typically running late again, and then you're coming up to traffic to a traffic light. Now the light is green, which gives you the go ahead, the right of way. So the light is green, which gives you the right of way, and you're coming up. There's a little distance between you and crossing over the traffic light, and you're hoping and praying that you cross the traffic light before it turns to red and stops you. There's one car ahead of you, and you're thinking and hoping that you can make it. So as you get close to crossing the traffic light, the light turns amber, which is yellow, or however you choose to time it. So obviously you have green, amber, and then red. So go, get ready to stop, and then stop. So the light turns amber. So as the light turns amber, the car ahead of you speeds up and sweeps through. Now the road sweeps into a turn. So the car ahead of you sweeps through into the turn. You know, so the car ahead of you sweeps through into the turn, and in his haste to beat that light, his wing mirror nudges a motorcyclist, and then it tips the motorcyclist over. He falls and tumbles to a halt. So now you saw all this. So off that car goes, but you unfortunately were not able to beat that red light. So now you are the first-hand witness to this incident. You saw the car ahead of you, you saw the incident, you were quick enough to memorize the license plate of the car ahead, and as you saw the incident, you quickly wrote it down in a notepad on the passenger seat by your side. The cyclist, the cyclist and the tumbled bike are on the floor to your side. You can see the cyclist struggling to get to his feet. He's bruised but not severely injured, but he is injured to some significance, but not life-threateningly so. So obviously the cyclist needs some assistance. He needs first aid support. He needs somebody to help him steady himself and sit him down. He needs somebody to call an ambulance for him. Obviously he needs an eyewitness who is able to give an account of what happened to the police, and then obviously his insurers would want to capture as much details as they can. He needs support effectively and needs help. And the most ideally placed, the person most placed to offer him that help is yourself, because you had a grandstand seat of the incident. So now the traffic light goes amber again to go green. Now you're on that warning from work. Your relationship with your manager is a bit fractious. This chap is on the floor bleeding and struggling to gain his orientation back, but then the traffic light is about to go green. Now you can make it to work on time, so there you have a decision to make. So what would you do? So with that, I shall leave it there, end it there, and I invite you to leave your comments in the comment section. Tell me what you think of this video, tell me what you would do, and tell me if you're happy for me to continue to have this sort of content on this channel. Otherwise, I'll just create a separate channel for it. And again, the cryptocurrency videos, I have done them, they've just been edited at the moment, and they will be uploaded over the next few days. So stay with me, stay in touch, like, share, subscribe, leave your comments in the comment section, and I shall catch you on the next one.